I'll tell you another secret I had. I can tell it now because I don't need it anymore. There were times when Hello everyone, welcome to another sit down with Michael Franzese. Hope everybody is doing well. All is very good, very blessed on this end, me, my family. A lot of you asked me about that. Thank you very much. And I get a lot of good greetings and good tidings, and I appreciate that, especially through this holiday season. And as always, I give all the praise, honor, and glory to my God for that. Why? He deserves it. He's God. Remember that. You know, I get a lot of questions, Michael, how do you really rise up in the ranks? How did you get to where you got? For some reason, a lot of young men today, and I'm really touched by this because we had talked about, what it is to be a man in 2022, 2023. And a lot of youngsters are asking these questions because they don't have guidance. A lot of them don't have a father figure. A lot of them don't have a mentor. And so they come to me, and I try to share as much as I can. And please understand, we get literally thousands of messages a week through all the social media platforms and all the other platforms that we have. So I try to get to some of them. And I'll be honest with you, some of them I don't answer on social media because then people feel that I'm not answering them when I answer somebody else. So it's kind of a hard thing to navigate, but I do my best. And when one really touches me, we certainly do respond. But, how did you rise through the ranks, Mike? You were a young guy when you got in that life, And what you need to do, people, you need to create value in yourself. People have to see something in you. They have to want to be around you. They have to want to be associated with you. So how do you do that? Well, let me tell you how I did it in the mob so that you'll understand. When I first got involved, because of my father, the name Sonny Franzese, it wasn't me, it was my dad. At the age of 20, I had like 4 arrests, 4 indictments. I went to trial 4 times at the age of 21, 22. It was kind of crazy. I got through all of that. We beat all of the cases, but I was broke. I didn't have a penny. I didn't have nothing right at that point in time. My dad's in jail. We had nothing. We weren't, a wealthy family. Trust me. And when my dad went in, nobody was throwing money at us at that point in time. We had to do what we had to do to survive and make a living. Fortunately, I was an aggressive guy. I always wanted money in my pockets. I was always ready to go. I was very, very determined. So I started to get into a couple of little business deals. I'm not going to go into all of it. But one thing happened. Some guy came to me with a load of meat. And I think I might have told this before. He had a load of meat. It was a hijacked truck, and he wanted me to get rid of it for him. So I said, no problem. At that point in time, I had to put it on record with my boss. That's how it went, because I was already proposed. My dad proposed me. So I went to see Andrew Russo, Mush, and I said, Andrew, I got this load of meat. I said, I'm going to sell it. I'm letting you know, because anything illegal, you had to put on record with your Capo regime. So I did. And we sell the meat. I think I got $6 or $7 grand for it. I got all the money. I gave it to Andrew. He said, okay, I'll get back to you. Well, a couple of days later, he gives me back $600. I said, man, 6,000, 7,000, I get $600. I did all the work. Didn't really sit right with me, but I said, okay, if this is how it goes, this is how it goes. So, from that point on, I said, okay, they appreciated the fact that I brought this deal in. I've started my tenure here, so to speak. I want to create real value in myself. So there was a club out in Long Island called Jupiter's. It was a pretty famous club. And a guy by the name of Danny Colombo, no relation to Joe Colombo, owned the club. So I was friendly with him, and he said, Mike, I want to start bringing in acts. We're not doing that great. The club is okay, but I want to bring in acts. Back then, at that time, you could get the Spinners for $3,500 for the entire weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like 5 shows. Unbelievable. Not like today. You got to pay, forget it. But back then, $3,500. And they were big names. They filled the show. So I had a connection with Norby Walters. Again, not going to go through all of that. I went to Norby. He was the talent agent at the time, and another guy that I knew. And I actually managed a group called Stars and Stripes back then. We put them in there. But we needed money to pay these guys. I didn't have any money. I just finished all these trials. I was broke. So I went to Andrew. And I said, Andrew, look, this is the deal. I got associated with this club, and we're going to be bringing in acts, but we need money. I said, I want you to come in and be my partner. He said, how much you need? I said, I think it was 15 grand. Remember, this was back in the 70s, so I'm thinking as best I could. I think it was 15 grand. I said, Andrew, you earn money every week on this. Okay, fine. He gives me the money. I go in. I got to tell you this. For 6 months, we didn't make money. Danny had some other problems, that he didn't tell me about. 6 months, we didn't make money. But every week, I didn't let Andrew know that. Every week, I brought him $1,000, $2,000, $1,500, whatever it was. I was taking it out of my pocket. I said, no matter what, we got to pay this guy, right? Every week for 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, until we started finally to turn a profit. And then not only did he get his money back, but he continued to get profit with me. Now, you know what? That made me a guy that, hey, I want to lend this guy money. I want to be involved with him. I created value in myself. And I'll tell you what else happened. Andrew, connected guy. Well, he knew people involved with the club. He knew that we were losing money every week. Never said a word to me. But when he saw that I was giving him money every week, that was important to him, forget it. I was gold at that point. So what did I do? I created value in myself. People, you want to succeed in life? People got to value you. You got to bring something to the table. You can't always be asking. You can't be looking for something. It's always great to have leverage, but sometimes you don't have leverage. So what is your leverage? It's you. You're the offer. It's you coming to the table. It's you being that guy that people want to be involved with. And sometimes you got to take a hit. You got to struggle a little bit, because let me tell you something about money. When people lend you money and you pay them back and they earn off of you, they want to do it again. That's just life. That's just normal. That's just business. They'll throw money at you. I'll tell you another secret I had. I can tell it now because I don't need it anymore. There were times when I didn't need any money. I was making so much money, I didn't need anything. But I went and borrowed money from people and paid them back in dividends. And you know what? Anytime I needed anything from anybody, they would throw money at me. Believe me when I tell you, people wanted to be my partner. They wanted to be involved with me because I never made them lose. So, just something important for all you young people, remember that. People don't want whiners. They don't want people coming to them with a sob story. Business is business. People are in business to make money. People are in business to have a good time, to have an enjoyable experience. It all goes together in one package. So for you young people, remember this, and it's not always necessarily about money. It's about creating value in yourself, being that person that people want to be around, that people care about, that people say, hey, this is a good experience. If I'm involved with this guy, it's going to go well. Create value in yourself. That is an important secret in life. So that's it for today. A little friendly advice throughout the holiday season. Hopefully answer some of your questions that I can't answer individually, in a message. But maybe I can answer it and you people tune in. And those of you that have questions like that, sometimes I'll do an answer like this so everybody can hear it. This way people don't get insulted that I answer a question, then I hear, well, Michael, why didn't you answer mine? Why didn't you say this? And I get that all the time. And I wish people wouldn't be offended, because I don't mean to be offensive. But, we just got a lot going on, and it's hard to answer all the questions and the messages that we get. So please understand that. We're not shunning anyone. It's just a difficult sometimes forum to handle. So that's it for today. I continue to wish you the best throughout the holiday season. Hope everybody is getting their presents done, getting their, Christmas parties together, doing all the stuff that you do. We're certainly doing that at my home with all our family. That's what it's all about. So that's it for today. Be safe, be healthy. God bless every single one of you and your family and your loved ones. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And why? Because I thank you so much for supporting me since we started this platform. You support me in everything that we do. We're on a march to 1 million. We're almost there. And maybe that'll be my Christmas, New Year's present. We'll see. But again, it's thanks to all of you. So thank you again. Happy holidays. And yes, I'll see you next time.